Hello, friends. Hello, friends. How are you? How are you? How are you? What's going on? Hello, Elaine. Carol. Carol's in California. Carol is in California. I gotta set up my YouTube. How are you, everybody? Good to see you. Welcome to Wednesday night. Welcome to Wednesday night. Can you hear me okay? I had a issue with my microphone. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Are we on? Is anything happening? Great. Awesome, Marcy. Thank you so much. Great. Okay. All right. So, welcome everybody. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. If you haven't already, you can hit the like button. That helps me with YouTube. You can also share. You can share to Facebook. You can share to Twitter. You can share wherever you want to. If somebody needs to, that you know, needs to have a little bit more connection with God, with Source, with love, with life. So you can do that if you would like to. Hello, Tempa. Good to see you. And you can say hello if you're here. Great. Awesome. Good. A little bit messy here, so just so you know. Great book, just so you know. It's not very Course in Miracles, but Sharon Klingler, who is one of a woman who I know, not a friend I know, Intuition and Beyond, great book. Just saying, great book. Great book. Hello, Jenny. Oh, Jeannie, good to see you. Great. Great book. Intuition Beyond. All right, friends. Good to see you. All right. Let's get our stuff together here. Tonight we are going to be doing Course in Miracles work, which we are doing every Wednesday night now. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. All right. Good. All right. So since you can hear me, you can see me, and you know what's going on. We're going to say a little prayer. It's great to see you, sweetie. Great to see you. It's okay, Mila. Good to see you. It's great to see you. I understand. All right. So let's say a prayer. We're going to start. Today's topic is how your will and God's are the same. It's really beautiful. Good. Okay. Hi, Rebecca. Good to see you. All right, friends. I'll drink. We're going to say a prayer. I've got some quotes I want to kind of talk about and read about for the next 30 minutes or so. And so get yourself ready. Get your soda or your coffee or your water and just hang out with us. Okay? All right. Is there anybody new here? Hi, Laura. You're in, Laura, I can see it. No, Laura, I can see you. If you hit the live chat, then I can see you. So I can see you. Good. All right. All right, hold on. Hello, Mary. Is there anybody new here? Anybody that hasn't worked with us before? Hello, Anonymous, new to YouTube. Anonymous, I don't know who you are. What's your name? What's your name? You can share your name or not. You're anonymous, so it doesn't even matter. You could say that your name is Rumpelstiltskin, and we wouldn't even know, right? So if you're new here, thank you for being here. Let me just say before we do our prayer, my name is Max Ryan. I'm a spiritual teacher, and I have been. Hi, Cheryl. Great talking to you today. Yay, Mary. Awesome. That's great. Love it. Great. So, just to let you know a little bit about me before we do the prayer. So I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a law of attraction trainer. I've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people through my career to really attract what they want and really stop attracting what they don't want. And one of the biggest, well, not the biggest, But the guidepost for my life has been something called A Course in Miracles. And A Course in Miracles is not a religion. It is not it is not, what do I want to say? It's not something that you sign up for and then you get the results. It's not that. It's not that. A Course in Miracles is a spiritual mind training. Or actually, I just thought of this, it's actually a re-mind training. It retrains your mind back to who you truly are, back to your connection with life, back to your connection with love and source, and also your connection with compassion for your fellow travelers that are walking this path too. So if you are interested in having true, real inner peace, then the Course in Miracles is your thing. It could be your thing. It could be your thing. And if it is your thing, you will know it, you will understand it, you'll get it, and you will feel it in your gut. So I have been a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles for over 38 years. I came to it when I was about 18 years old, where I was invited to a group that was meeting in West Hollywood. And my friend was like, hey, you'd like this group? We talk about spirituality, whatever. And I went, and it was a great group. A lot of gay men, for sure. But it was in an apartment in West Hollywood. And it was an apartment of a woman named Marianne Williamson. You might have heard of her. And it was before she wrote her first book and all of that stuff. And so I've been doing this quite a long time. So I believe and I know that if you apply the principles, one that we're going to talk about tonight, but if you apply the principles of A Course in Miracles to your life, you will have a whole incredibly different experience of your life. Right? Good. All right, I just wanted to say that. I'm going to look back here and then we'll say our prayer. Thank you, Marcy. Able to, yeah. How many people were in that? It wasn't the first group. I was just invited to it. They had been doing it for a while. I eventually volunteered for the Los Angeles Center for Living, which helped people, homeless people, and people with AIDS and people with cancer. And I volunteered there, and then I ended up becoming the assistant to the woman that was running the whole Los Angeles Center for Living. And that was a really amazing time in my life, meeting incredible people. This is all the time of, when Deepak started, when Louise Hay started, when all of that stuff. So just a little history, a little fun history. All right, but it doesn't matter because there's no time anyway, right? Right. So let's pray. Let's all close our eyes. Dear Mother, Father God, Divine Source, Universe, all that is. We come together today with open hearts, open minds, and an open spirit. We allow ourselves to open up to perceptions that we had no idea even existed. We allow ourselves to open up beyond our ego, beyond our self-identification, beyond what we think we are, and into the flow of the will of God. We ask that this time be blessed. We ask that this time that we are here together be filled with joy and peace and incredible revelations about our true path in this world. And we take a big deep breath. And together we say thank you very much, and so it is. Amen. Okay, welcome everybody if you haven't been here. Okay. So on these Wednesday nights, I'm just choosing a little bit of a principle so that we can start to explore it. You start to see how it reflects in your life. You start to weigh it out internally, right? So, hi Scarlett. And what I'm going to choose today, this is my Course in Miracles. This is actually my second one, duct taped and all. This is my Course in Miracles. If you have your Course in Miracles, can you put a thumbs up or an emoji or a one that you have your Course in Miracles with you? You don't have to have a Course in Miracles, but these broadcasts might make you think about purchasing one. Laura has hers. Good. Anyone else? Tina. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. Tina has hers. Temba has hers. Scarlett has hers. Good. Great. Marcy has hers. Elaine has hers. Hi, Tina. Hi, Kendra. Kendra has hers. Hi, Angie. Good. All right. So I'd like you to go to, if you have yours, it doesn't matter if you don't, because I'm going to read it anyway, so who cares? I'd like you to go to the workbook, not the workbook, the text in the front, chapter 8, which is called The Journey Back, and it's on page 140. And if you have a different version, just look for chapter 8, and it's section 2, chapter 8, section 2, and it's called The Difference Between Imprisonment and Freedom. Right away. That title is ridiculous. I'm looking over here. Somebody said something. Oh, Anonymous. Who wrote the book? It's a long story. Anonymous, if you're new here, welcome. Go look back at, I did a Course in Miracles video all about how it came to be and the basics, but I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version. So, Course in Miracles obviously is huge. Course in Miracles is not a self-help book. If you're looking for self-help, you're not in the right place. If you're looking for another strategy, another tool to try to be more positive or get positive results, which I'm all about, but this is not what this is about. A Course in Miracles is a transformational tool that will change everything in your mind so that you can actually be in the flow of love. That's what it's about, right? So when you say who wrote it, there's a woman named Helen Schucman who dictated, and this was in the late 60s, before the whole channeling thing came to be. She was pulled, and she was like, oh, I have to write. And this is thousands and thousands of words and pages. And so if you're a Course in Miracles student, you accept is not a good word, but you can relate to that actually it's the words of Jesus, but it's not Christianity at all, because that's a religion. So us as students and teachers of A Course in Miracles, we accept that these are the words of Jesus. So, but you don't have to believe in Jesus at all, because all the principles really do cut across atheism, Muslim, Buddha. It's like kind of the best of. Then we'll get to the work. Buddhism, Christianity, atheism. I'll take that back a little bit. Atheism. Even people that are atheists believe in good works. They believe that if you help someone, it's a good thing. So that's what's really important, right? It's the word of love. Right, Elaine, good. But here's the deal. Sometimes people have a lot of preconceived ideas of the word Jesus, of the word love, of the word good, all that stuff. But I want you to listen to what we're going to read today with an open mind and just go, how does that apply to my life? All right? All right, everyone, take a big deep breath. We'll focus here a moment. Okay. I'm going to read this section and then we're going to talk about it. Here we go. He says on page 141, awesome, Anonymous. It's all about the truth. It is all about the truth. All right, so here we go. On 141, in paragraph 7, he says, you are the will of God because that is how you were created. So let's just stop here. You are the will of God because that's how you were created. Right? So what most of us do is we tend to think we're creating ourselves all the time. We've created ourselves on some level. In the Course, he says you have an authorship problem. And that authorship problem means that you think that you are the captain of the ship. But what he's saying here is that no, you're a passenger on a ship that is all about life and growth and love, right? So if you're a passenger on the ship, you have to go the way the ship is going. So God, you can change the word, God, source, life, is always guiding you, and it's always bringing you to this place of understanding, this place of connection, and this place of compassion. This place of compassion, if you're really honest with yourself, right? So, the will of God, another lesson in the Course, not in this section, but another lesson in the Course says, my will and God's are one. Most of the time, thank you, Paulette, most of the time, we, from the egoic mind, we think there's a source outside of ourselves going, he's not doing very well, so we're going to condemn him. She's doing really good, so we're going to reward her with heaven. That is not the truth, because that is duality. That is duality. And duality is not the truth. That's not the truth. Because life is life is life, right? No matter what you do, no matter how much destruction there is in the physical plane, in the spiritual plane, in the mental plane, there's always the ray of hope or the flower that comes up between the concrete, right? There's always that. So that will that creates the flower that comes up through the concrete, that will that eventually makes you go, you know what? Maybe I should just have a good time with my life. It's the same thing. Do you get that? Your will and God's are exactly the same. What we do with the egoic mind starts to go, oh, no. I have to create it myself. I have to find it myself. I have to make it myself. When the whole time is you've never been separate from God. And if you have a problem with the word God, it doesn't matter. You've never been separate from life. You've never been separate from the thing that literally in this moment, as you're looking at me, is pumping your heart. That thing that is pumping your heart, you're not going, pump, pump, pump. I have to pump my heart. I have to pump my heart. So I have to think about pumping my heart. Oh, wait, no, I have to think about taking a breath. Let me think about taking a breath. Let me think about taking a breath. No. You don't do that. Do you? Is there anyone that consciously every moment goes, I have to pump the blood of my heart? Is there anyone here that does that? Right, Marcy? No. No one does that. And do you know why? Because your will and God's are one. Because life is always giving you the opportunity. It's always supporting you. It's always holding you in its beautiful hands at all. It's always doing it. You don't go, oh, I have to think about thinking. I have to think about taking a breath. I mean, obviously, conscious breath is a whole other thing, which, of course, that I've covered many times. But you don't have to think about pumping your heart. We got to get to the brass tacks here, right? So the Course in Miracles would say that your will and God's is one. So you have decided that you're going to be here and you're going to have a will that's going to keep you going while you're experiencing everything in the world. Did you get that? Let me look back at this. Hold on. It is about life source. But most of us are working every day to be independent of the life source, saying, I got it, it's all good, I'm good, it's all good, I don't need the life source at all, I don't need all that bullshit, I can do it on my own. Listen, if you are a new age spiritual person, what do they say? I can do it! That is the egoic mind trying to usurp what you already have. You already have it. Listen, and Marcy already said it. It all comes back to the Wizard of Oz. It all comes back to the Wizard of Oz. And the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy is like, let me find. And ultimately she goes, oh, I already had it. I was given these ruby slippers. And all of you have it. So your will and God's are one. Your will and God's are exactly the same. And God, it's not like he's an old man in the sky going, I hope you're happy. That's not it. It is happiness. It is joy. It is peace. It is love. He's not going, oh, I hope that Marcy feels really good. I hope that Anonymous doesn't do anything, right? It's just there. Anonymous, what do you mean I can't? What do you mean but I can't? You can't. What do you mean? Take a couple of comments, then we're going to wrap up. Anonymous, what do you mean? I saw that comment. So let's see. What do you mean? I don't understand. Because we're going to stop right here. And I will really encourage you to read this whole section because it's freaking mind-blowing. What do you mean, Anonymous? Brit Z. I don't know if I know who you are, Brit Z. Not sure. Thank you, but thank you for the compliment. It's all the facials. Anonymous, what do you mean? No, you can't. And then I'm going to take a few questions, then we're going to wrap up. Britt, what's your name? CJ, great to see you. It is similar to Let Go, Let God, but it is not exactly the same, CJ. Good question. You have to have an intention. You have to have an intention. Sparkles and Cake. Great, Britt. Great to have you back. Great to have you back. That's why I'm doing YouTube, because, listen, I'm reacquainting with so many people I love. Ego is being selfish. Yes, of course the ego is selfish. I'm not denying that. Anonymous. The ego is being selfish. It wants its way. It wants to be independent. It wants the results it wants. That is the complete opposite of what the flow of God and peace and love is. Complete opposite. Of course it wants its way. That's its job. Hello, Mary. God are one, then why do I wrestle with it all the time? Well, you're not wrestling with it, Mary. It's your ego. You don't know, you have not done, this is not a judgment, but you haven't done the work enough to understand, oh, that's my ego bullshit, but this is my true self. You don't know who you are, Mary. You don't know who you are right now. But you can do the work to know who you really are. Right, Mary? Okay, hold on. Hold on. You can't be double-minded. No, you can't. It's one or the other, Anonymous. You're either in source or you're in ego. You're in source, God, flow, love, or you're in the ego, insanity, asleep. You're right. I'm not. Lesson 8 is a good exercise. Do it with this chapter. Oh, let me pull exercise 8, lesson 8. Hold on. Hold on. Let's pull up. Very good. Thank you so much for saying that. Let's pull up lesson 8, everybody. Hold on. That's right. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Perfect. It's really perfect, right? Because the egoic mind is going to keep you away from your unity of yourself. That's it. That's right. If you haven't seen it, fear, love. Thank you, Tina. Someone else said something. It is God and I are one. All joy, love, peace is right there for the taking. Elaine, you don't need to believe it because it's beyond belief. It's the way it is. So how do you get rid of the ego? You don't get rid of the ego, Mary. You will never, ever, ever get rid of the ego. So stop trying. Because if you watch my latest video, what you resist persists. And from A Course in Miracles point of view, he will say you will create what you defend against. So the more that you go, no ego, you're going to be more and more separate from God. Do you understand? Do you get it, Mary? Get it, everybody? What you resist persists. Listen, Spirituality 101, actually 102, is the realization of the ego. And then you go, oh, I have to get rid of the ego. No ego. But the way metaphysics works and the way that it works is that God is just saying yes to focusing on the ego, and then you're going to have more of the ego. So stop trying to get rid of the ego. This is what people do. They're like, I don't want the 10 pounds. I don't want horrible people in my life. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to have anxiety. I don't want people to treat me bad. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be... And what happens every single fucking time? You get more lonely, you get more depressed, you get fatter, and then more people think you're a piece of shit. Because that's how it works. You cannot push the ego away. Because if you keep trying to push the ego away, it gives it power like a monster. It's very much like the Disney Monsters, Inc. That was my moment of preaching. Let's go here. Hold on. Yes, Brett. Thank you, CJ. No ego. Mary, you're right. You observe the ego, but you don't give it any energy. Most people are asleep. And when you're asleep, all you're doing is following that egoic mind that's going, you need to be more successful, you need to be skinny, you need to be more like J-Lo, you need to have a big, huge member, you need, you have more money, and that is the definition of being asleep. But when you start to wake up, you start to be like, that's all bullshit. I know I'm on YouTube and I'm using bad words, sorry. It's all bull. Take a deep breath, everyone. Yeah, Paulette. And Paulette and everybody, it's not just other people. We fall asleep. We fall asleep. The work is to stay awake or to realize when you're asleep. I have to, okay, great. Okay, anyone want to say anything before we wrap up? Did you get any value, or did this talk make you think about anything you haven't thought about or kicked your ass in any way? Put a thumbs up or a 1 if that's true for you. Of course, Marcy, sometimes we like sleeping. Of course. Nothing wrong with that. Good. Okay. Great, so we are here every Wednesday. Wednesday night, the same time, doing Course in Miracles work. I will give you a little preview, is that I am going away for a month. The self is like a mirror. You see yourself as you are. Right, Anonymous? Yeah. Love you, Rebecca. Let me just tell you a little programming note, is that we will do next week. We'll have a couple weeks more, and then I'm going on a big, huge vacation. So we're going to take a little time off. People think it is bad, and we have to be consistently woke. You're already awake. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. You're already awake. Stop thinking you're not. And that's when you're going to start to find the flow. So, like I said, a couple more weeks we'll be doing this. And then I'm going to Paris and London and New York and everything for like 3 weeks. So we're going to have a few... I'm going to play it by ear of how we do this, but that's what's happening. If you would, Rebecca, you're so sweet. I will be on Periscope. If you're not on Periscope following me, please follow me on Periscope, because I broadcast on there in the mornings, at Max Ryan Coach. You can follow me there. The other thing is, if you feel like you would like to support my work, you would like to support what I do for you, you can go to patreon.com/Max Ryan Coach. You can become a patron of mine. You get a preview of my videos, you get some extra stuff, and it shows that you value what I do for you. All right, so you can go to patreon.com/Max Ryan Coach. It's actually in the description below. So I have to say that. Hold on. Somebody said something. Namaste, Anonymous. Great to have you here. Great. And Elaine is in the Miracles box. Actually, thank you. Okay, Janine, you could watch it. Okay, so Elaine is a member of the Miracles box. If you are interested, listen, if you're interested in doing this work of A Course in Miracles, I have created the Miracles box, which is a full year subscription box that will literally change your life, because I have recorded every single lesson in the Course in Miracles. So you get 365 emails where I am speaking them. It's in a very meditative, beautiful way, and it will change your life. And then every 4 months you get actually a box. Here's a box. You get a box with a surprise gift in it, and every single gift that you get in the Miracles box somehow has to do with helping you to connect with your source. So you can go to themiraclesbox.com to check that out. You can start at any time, and it's a year-long curriculum. So there's that, and then I give you supportive videos and all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, go to themiraclesbox.com. All right, somebody said something. You're welcome, Tina. Good. All right, everyone. Have an incredible night. I'll be on Periscope tomorrow, and I'll be back here Monday night. And that will be, I'm doing a Course in Miracles retreat this weekend. We've got some people coming to Joshua Tree. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think there's 6, 7 people, and we're doing intense Course in Miracles work. It's a retreat in Joshua Tree, and we are blown away by that. Today's really the last day. If you would like to sign up and do the live stream, then please let me know. Please let me know. And Carol is here. Carol's going to do that. I'm going to meet her in real life. We're going to do that. So Carol's here. I'm going to see her in a couple days, which is going to be incredible. So, and Shelly. And Shelly's here. Yes, Shelly, Carol, and Sarah, and Michelle, and Monica. I think we have like 6 people, and we're going to have a great time. So if you're interested in doing it via live stream, it's $150 for all day Saturday, all day Sunday. We're going to sit, we're going to meditate, we're going to do a lot of work. And so if you're interested in that, it's 112 degrees, Carol. That's right. And let me know. You can go to info@attractpositiveresults.com. All right. Love you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. I will talk to you soon. Mwah.